These are moments when cops faced off with criminals wielding overpowered weapons. Meet 36-year-old Renal Zendejas, who on May the 4th of 2020 walked up to the front desk of a Motel 6 and very rudely demanded a room for one night. After retrieving the keys, he then punched the partition and an office window before leaving the lobby. Moments later, he reappeared behind the front desk manager holding a running chainsaw. As the manager retreats into the employee bathroom in the back, the suspect can be seen sawing the wooden gate that led behind the front desk in half. Following the assault, the suspect forced his way into room 102, which was right next to the office, and an altercation ensued where he swung his chainsaw at the occupant and missed before fleeing. He then sat in the parking lot in his blue Honda, where the police found him moments later.
Stop! Stay there! Fine! Stop it! Sparks 91, he's taken off. Sparks 91, he's distracted our car. Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Stop! Stop! He's not going anywhere. Is he moving? Don't get behind the car, no. Stay here. Manos, arriba!
The officers continued to issue commands but got no response, and upon inspecting the vehicle, they then found the suspect deceased from multiple gunshot wounds. As terrifying as chainsaw-wielding maniacs are, those officers weren't in as much danger as this next group who faced off with an explosive. On October the 12th of 2024, police received reports about a black Mercedes idling in a parking lot with two people sleeping in the front seats. An officer arrived to investigate and woke up the driver, 42-year-old Sonia Massie, who immediately sped away. But on the way, he ran over the officer's tire deflation devices, puncturing his wheels. During the foot chase, the suspect suddenly turned toward the officers, holding a torch and an explosive device. The bomb consisted of a tennis ball wrapped in black electric tape and filled with 50 grams of explosive powder. And to the officer's horror, he proceeded to try and light it.
Call the bomb squad. He threw out an explosive device. He's trying to light it.
The bomb squad arrived and the bomb was safely detonated while the suspects were taken into custody. Officers soon learned that the vehicle was reported stolen and the passenger was in possession of 50 fentanyl pills. The passenger later admitted they'd consumed fentanyl while at the casino and then driven to the parking lot to sleep it off. Sonia was later booked into jail on charges of possession of an explosive device, assault with deadly weapon, possession of an incendiary device, attempting to elude a pursuing police vehicle, and possession of a stolen vehicle. While explosives are a far more recent advancement, our next suspect opted for a more primitive approach with a homemade bow and arrow. On June the 30th of 2024, deputies on patrol stopped their vehicle when they saw a man standing on the side of the road holding a knife. As they emerged from their cruiser, the suspect, 37-year-old Aiden Perez Hernandez, began advancing towards them with weapons still in hand. At one point, the suspect pulled out what looked like a handmade bow and continued to march towards the officer with both weapons in hand.
I'm gonna shoot you. Get down! Get down! Station 1, shot fired, shot fired.
Aiden underwent surgery and a month of recovery before being released from the hospital and promptly arrested. He was booked into the Ventura County Jail on felony charges of exhibiting a deadly weapon to a police officer to resist arrest and attempting to prevent an executive officer from performing their duty. While there's no question about the power behind an automatic rifle, most underestimate how deadly a car can be when it's in the wrong hands. On March the 4th of 2024, dispatch received a report of a man threatening someone with an automatic rifle outside of a nightclub before leaving the scene in a white car. Deputies respond to the area and locate the reported vehicle, at which point the suspect, 53-year-old Jose Luis Villaseñor Cervantes, began firing at the officers from his car.
He's outside his car. He's in his car, about to take off. Take it off. Westbound Todd.
Jose led the officers on a short chase before running into a fence on Todd Road, and he then exited his vehicle and engaged the officers in another shootout. But this time, 4 officers were injured, one of them by an SUV.
Cover me, I'm going for my rifle. Are you hit? Julia's hit. Get a car up here now!
Officer Geary was hit in the hand with bullet shrapnel and taken out of the fight, but the worst injury would happen to this next officer, Deputy Nicholas Delia, after Jose rammed his car head-on into his, and a gunfight ensued.
Who's shooting?
Julia's hit. Get a car up here. I think I see him.
What you just heard would be the sound of the deputy being run over by his own colleague. Apparently, Deputy James Blount was so focused on pursuing Jose that he failed to notice Deputy Delia standing just a few feet away, and as a result rammed right into him at full speed. But initially, Deputy Blount had no clue what he had hit.
Yeah! I can't see him. Where's he at?
Get out of here, get out of here.
Who's this? I'm stopped. Get him out.
Okay, putting up the side. Where's he at?
No, listen.
Deputy Delia was transported to the hospital with a critical head injury along with 2 officers with hand injuries and 1 with a leg wound, but Jose would be pronounced dead at the scene. While that deadly encounter was completely accidental, these next officers intentionally fired on a woman who was allegedly wielding a pot of boiling water. On July the 6th of 2024, a woman called the police to report that she believed a lurker was outside of her home. A pair of deputies arrived and cleared the area around the home before making contact with the caller, 36-year-old Sonia Massie, who was behaving in an unusual manner.
I hear her phone ringing and she's refusing to come to the doors. We're both good tonight. She's dead in there. Oh, let's hope not. Sheriff's office! Yeah, she was yelling inside. She told us to hold on. You come to the door or not? All right, hurry up. Sheriff's office, the one you called.
I'll have you down here, and I need you down here. Please don't hurt me.
Oh, we heard you. You called us.
Okay,
We're not
please.
So what'd you hear?
Somebody keeps outside my house, y'all. Please,
Is this your car over here?
please, God, please, God, please.
Is this your car over here? Oh,
Please, God.
that's not your black car in the driveway? Oh, well, we checked your yard. We walked around the whole block. We didn't see anybody. Right, you know, we checked the whole area. There's nobody out walking around.
I know, y'all. Please, God. I'm trying to get help, y'all, but
What do you need help with?
nothing. Please, God, please. I don't know what to do.
Do with what?
Huh?
What do you need help with?
Nothing. I just wanted to see if I could help me.
What do you want help with?
Huh?
What do you want help with?
I heard somebody outside.
Yeah, we checked your house. We checked your backyard. I walked all the way through all these backyards. We checked your front yard.
We didn't see nobody.
Yeah,
So.
nobody's out here.
You didn't see anybody?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
Checked the whole area.
okay.
What took you so long to answer the door?
Oh, I was trying to put on some clothes, sir. I'm sorry. I was trying to get.
I gotcha. All right. Is there anything else we can do for you?
Huh?
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, sir.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Hello? Yeah, I need, I got the sheriff department here, but I was calling for help from y'all.
Okay, are you there with me?
They're here in my house right now.
Okay, I'll let you go and you talk to them.
No, hold on. Wait a second, sir.
You can hang up, Conwell. It's good.
For what? You're there with the deputy, correct?
No, hold on, okay?
You can hang
Hold
up.
on for what?
Just 1 second, okay? Okay. Some paperwork. Can you grab that Bible, please?
Yeah. Hey, I just need your name so we can get out of here. Was there any damage previous to your car?
Previous, yeah, it
Okay, what
was.
was the damage?
A dent, I believe.
What about windows?
Oh, it was something that happened earlier.
Okay. You have an ID, that'd make things so much easier. I just need just driver's license will do, and I'll get out of your hair.
I want to show y'all my paperwork.
I will
What?
get your paperwork.
What paperwork?
I got some paperwork.
Well, just get your ID real
Well, let's
quick.
get your ID first, and then.
One task at a time here.
Okay. Let me
Here, grab your ID for me.
Okay.
Your ID, one task at a time. So let's do an ID, and then you can dig around for your paperwork.
I don't know where my ID
You
is.
In that stack right there, maybe.
This is when the encounter began going off the rails, right as the officers noticed a pot of water boiling on the stove. In the next few moments, the deputy would tell her to go and take the pot off the fire and then claim that she wielded it as a weapon against him.
1 second.
Check on her.
Let me get this.
We don't need a fire while we're here.
Okay. Where you going? Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I would rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Better not. I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in the face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the pot. Drop the pot. Drop. now. We got a headshot wound to the female. Headshot wound to the female, 1078.
Paramedics arrived and tried to save Sonia's life, but she was pronounced dead at the scene. As a result of the incident, the deputy, Sean Grayson, the officer who had drawn on her and fired first, was terminated from the department and arrested later that same month. He's being held in jail without bond after pleading not guilty to charges of aggravated battery with a firearm, official misconduct, and 3 counts of first-degree murder. While most suspects have chosen a long-range weapon, the next suspect got up close and personal when he attacked an officer with a machete. On October the 5th of 2019, police were originally called to the University Gardens apartment complex to investigate a DV incident. While at the complex, an officer encountered 28-year-old Salvador Salazar standing in a corridor and inquired about what he was doing.
Hey man, what are you doing? Go ahead and get your hands out of your pocket for me. Hey, get your hand out of your pocket right now. Hey, get your hand out of your pocket. Get your hand out of your pocket. Get your hand. Stop. Stop. Stop right now.
Salvador ignored the officer's commands to stop and refused to remove his hand from his pocket. Unbeknownst to the officer, he was hiding an entire machete inside of his pants.
Hey man, stop. I'm telling you to stop right now.
In the next moment, the officer fired 3 times at Salvador and he fell to the ground. He was then rushed to the hospital and successfully treated for critical injuries, but wouldn't be charged for the incident. But this next suspect was hit with multiple felonies after ramming several cars off the road with a U-Haul truck. On July the 25th of 2023, officers located a stolen U-Haul truck being driven by 41-year-old Ryan Taylor. Upon noticing the police, he immediately took off and the chase began. But during the entire pursuit, Ryan intentionally collided with several vehicles for no apparent reason.
Give me that plate so I can put the registration info on there. I don't have. We need to notify the tollway of what kind of vehicle, etc.
We're in the exit lane for Wycliffe. Just took the Wycliffe exit. Gonna be going westbound at 2500 Wycliffe. Coming up to me. Sir, don't be stupid. Oh my God!
Right down. Hit one vehicle. Let's get somebody checking out.
After plowing into 2 cars and ultimately ramming into a tree, Ryan then fled the U-Haul into a lot of a nearby private hangar.
Police! Police, stop! Shut fire! God! Show me your hands!
Ryan was taken into custody with a gunshot wound to the leg and treated at the hospital. Upon release, he was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, aggravated assault on a police officer, and evading, as well as unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. But if you really want to see an unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, you have to see this next suspect who destroyed the city of San Diego in a tank. On May the 17th of 1995, 35-year-old Army veteran Sean Nelson decided to drive to the National Guard Armory on Mesa College Drive. Once there, he waltzed into the unlocked vehicle lot, crawled into an M60 Patton tank completely unnoticed, and then proceeded to terrorize the streets of San Diego.
At Abel, we're over the head of it. We are rolling, but he's doing these cars on purpose. He's running over fire hydrants. You got hydrants that are blowing water in the air now. Have somebody get a hold of the armory and find out if this thing is loaded, if he can actually do any damage with it other than killing people by running them over.
The tank was indeed armed with an operable 105mm cannon and an attached machine gun, but it wouldn't be clear if there was any ammunition inside, with the suspect
Yeah, he's rolling over just about anything he wants to. Well, no, I don't, to be honest with you. This is the San Diego Police Department. You're in danger. Everybody go back to the house, get out of the street.
Though Sean couldn't outrun the police, it was nearly impossible to stop him in the 57-ton vehicle. Officers watched helplessly as Sean proceeded to demolish multiple cars, attempt to run into other drivers, and crash through road signs and traffic lights.
This is the San Diego Police Department. Get out of the way, get out of the street, you're in danger. This is the San Diego Police Department. Stay out of the street, you're in danger.
The chase eventually ended when Sean crashed the tank into a 3-foot traffic barrier, and 4 officers were able to board the tank and open up the hatch. Sean was ultimately shot after refusing to surrender and spinning the top of the tank in an attempt to fling the officers off. He would be pronounced dead days later at the hospital. Though no motive was ever found for the rampage, Sean had reportedly been honorably discharged from the Army 15 years prior for multifaceted disciplinary problems, and the officers who confronted him noted the stench of alcohol. Rather than arrows, the next suspect brought some real ammunition to the fight with an AK-47. On April the 12th of 2021, a vehicle fled from a traffic stop after being caught speeding over 100 miles per hour. At one point during the chase, the passenger leaned out of the window and began firing at the pursuing officers with a rifle.
About 90 miles an hour. We are coming up on Old Airport, and they're hitting their brakes. I'm waiting to see what they're about to do. She went back off of them.
Moments later, the passenger started firing out of the window again, and the officer was shot in the head, causing him to crash his patrol unit. The suspect eventually crashed near Ithaca High School, and the 2 men identified as cousins, 28-year-old Pierre Shelton and 22-year-old Aaron Shelton, fled the vehicle on foot. As an officer came looking for them, they began firing at him with an AK-47, forcing him to take cover behind his patrol car. Backup arrived soon after, and a shootout ensued wherein 2 more officers were wounded. One of the suspects, Pierre, was eventually shot and killed, and Aaron would be taken into custody shortly after. 2 years later, Aaron was convicted of multiple felony counts, including murder, aggravated assault on a police officer, aggravated battery on a police officer, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and fleeing and attempting to elude. He was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. If you enjoyed this video, watch this one, and don't forget to subscribe.